Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nurashraf Zahid bin Nordin, and today I will be conducting the lab test for the vehicle transmission subject. So as for today, the first we will look about the height and gear ratio, the tools and the gear ratio RPM, and also the way that we going to correct the chain slack for our transmission system. As for today, we will be doing the transmission system adjustment for the motorcycle. So let's look at the equipment first. So here we have the spanner, three type of spanner, which is size 19, size 19, and then we have spanner size 14, and then we have a spanner size 10, and then we have T-spanner size 8. Okay, so we will look at the first question. The first question is identify low and high gear ratio according to visual. So in order to visualize the low and the high gear ratio, we will start the engine on, and then we will look from the other side from the motorcycle. So first thing first, we need to double stand the knee for the gear to be floating, for the motorcycle to be upright. Then turn into the first gear. Then you see the movement of the tires according to the gear. And then switch to gear 4. Then we will look, the tires will be slightly moving. And then switch back to gear neutral. So from here we can see the gear ratio for the first gear is high, and then for the fourth gear the gear ratio is low. And then continue to the question number 3. Measure the gear ratio and RPM as shown in the laboratory session. So for question number 3, we will calculate the gear ratio and the RPM of the transmission system for the motorcycle. So the sprocket ratio is we calculate according to the rear sprocket and the front sprocket. The rear sprocket is 36, which is the driven gear, the driver sprocket, and the driver sprocket is 15. So 36 divided by 15, we will get 2.4. And then according to the specification of the motorcycle, we have the gear ratio for the first gear is 2.615, the second gear is 1.555, the third gear is 1.136, and the fourth gear is 0.916. And then for the final gear ratio, we have 1.536. So from this we can calculate the overall gear ratio based on the sprocket gear ratio and the final gear ratio. So 2.4 times by 1.536, we can get 3.6864. So then we can calculate the RPM by assuming the engine at the 1000 RPM. Then using this formula, we can calculate the RPM produced by the engine at a certain gear ratio. So 3.6864 calculate with the 100 RPM, we can get the current RPM is 271.27 RPM. So the question number 4 is fix inappropriate chain slack in your chosen chain with the gear transmission system. So take the tools first, take the T-spanner, then loosen this screw here for the cover. So we have opened the cover for the chain, and this is the two nuts. Then next step we need to do is loosen the rear axle nut here, loosen the rear axle nut from here, and the another one at the back. So loosen the rear axle nut. Twist the nuts, loosen by pushing the screw downwards. The nut.
Yeah.
So after loosen the nut, pull the wheel to the behind, pull the wheel backwards, and then adjust the tension of the chain. The chain should be have tension in between 0.8 to 1.2 inch or 20 to 30 mm. The chain slack. So adjust by pushing the chain. Ensure the chain is correct. The chain slack is correct as what it is mentioned. Then adjust the rear small nut here. And then adjust another one. Ensure the position of the tires is center. It's not biased to the left or to the right. Then after adjusting the nut in the center and the chain slack is correct about its range, then tighten the rear axle nut once again. Put back the cover. And tightens back with the two nuts. And don't forget to loop the chain after you have adjusted the chain slack of the gear system. So after we have adjusted the chain slack and then tightens the rear axle nut here with spanner 14 and spanner 19, and then recheck back the chain slack. So this is the correct chain slack. So the safety precaution for this chain slack adjustment is we need to ensure the gear is in the neutral state. The gear must be neutral in order for we to perform the free play to identify the chain slack is correct or not. And then the motorcycle must be double stand at a flat ground or surface. And then the third thing is for the safety precaution, we need to wear the hand gloves in order to protect us from any debris or danger. So that's all for me. Thank you.